Welcome to 21st Sports, and this is the breakdown for Game 4 from the Eastern Conference Finals between the Atlanta Hawks and the Cleveland Cavaliers, played on May 26, 2015 at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, Ohio, in the 2015 NBA playoffs. And Kyrie Irving was back for the Cavs, and he made his presence felt early, scoring the first points of the game for the Cavs to tie it up at 2-2. He then hit a three-pointer moments later with a little less than 10 minutes still to play in the first to make it 7-4. And in the first quarter, Kyrie would go on to score 9 points, and after one, it was 32-20 with the Cavs in the lead by a dozen. Then in the second quarter, LeBron James would put up 10 points in the quarter, and after one half of play, it was 59-42. So the Cavs went into the locker rooms up by 17. Then in the third quarter, it would end up being Tristan Thompson who would put up 10 points for the Cavaliers. And after 3 quarters of play, it was a 25-point lead for Cleveland, 85-60. And then in the fourth, up by 25, they would let the guys on the bench come in and get their scoring opportunities, as well as a few starters. But J.R. Smith was hitting threes, James Jones, Dellavedova, Kendrick Perkins, Joe Harris, Mike Miller. They're just getting everybody in there. And at the end of the game, it was 118-88. So they end up winning this one by 30 points. And the Cavs are going to the NBA Finals. It's LeBron James' 5th straight NBA Finals. It's also the 5th straight for James Jones, as he was LeBron's teammate in Miami before coming over to Cleveland, as did LeBron James. So the Cavs are going back to the finals. They have not won the finals, and the city of Cleveland has not won a championship since 1964 when the Cleveland Browns beat the Colts. And we'll see if Cleveland can return to championship glory this year, as LeBron James has got them there to the finals. Of course, they're waiting to see what happens in this West between the Rockets and the Warriors. The Warriors up 3-1. They were up 3-0. Of course, the Rockets get their first win, and it's more than likely a very high percentage chance that the Warriors will be going against the Cavs, as no team has ever come back from 3-0. And this series was actually 3-0, and now the Hawks are the 117th team in NBA playoff history to lose the series after going down 3-0. The Cavs do it with the sweep, and LeBron James has never lost a playoff game against the Atlanta Hawks, as he's now 8-0, sweeping them both times in both series where he faced them. But in this game, LeBron James, 23 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Tristan Thompson with a double-double, 16 points, 11 boards, and a block. Kyrie Irving in his return had 16 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block. And Timofey Mozgov, 14 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 3 blocks. Iman Shumpert, 3 points, 8 boards, 4 assists and a block to round out starting 5. And off the bench, J.R. Smith, 18 points, 10 boards, 3 assists, so a double-double for J.R. off the bench. And then Matthew Dellavedova, 10 points. He also had 2 boards and 1 assist. And then we had Joe Harris with 7 points, 1 board, 1 assist. James Jones, 5 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and a steal. Kendrick Perkins, 3 points, 2 rebounds. And for Mike Miller, he had 3 points. And then for the Hawks, their leading scorer was Jeff Teague, as he had 17 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, and a steal, and a block. Paul Millsap had a double-double with 16 points, 10 boards, 5 assists. Kent Bazemore had 12 points, 8 boards, 3 assists. DeMarre Carroll, 7 points, 8 boards, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. And Al Horford, 2 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, and a block to round out starting 5. And off the bench, Shelvin Mack and John Jenkins both scored 10 points. Shelvin Mack had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals. And John Jenkins had 2 rebounds to go with his 10 points. Mike Muscala had 8 points, 1 board. And Dennis Schroder had 4 points, 1 board, and 4 assists. Mike Scott, 2 points, 4 boards, and 2 assists. So the Hawks, they were banged up. They were without Korver. Of course, DeMarre Carroll also playing injured. And so they make that early exit. Well, not the early exit. They make an early exit in the series as they lost the series as quickly as you can lose a series, being swept. And the Cavs in this game, they outshot them from the field 49.4% to 42.4%, so 7% better from the field. Excellent shooting by Cleveland. And the Hawks just could not hit a three-pointer to save their lives. They did hit 5 of them, but that was out of 32 attempts for just a 15.6% shooting from downtown. Cleveland with 41.9% from downtown, hitting 13 of 31. And from the free throw line, both teams in the low 60s, as the Cavs had 63.3% shooting, 61.1% for Atlanta. They had 11 of 18, and for Cleveland it was 19 of 30. Cleveland won the battle of the boards as they dominated on the offensive and defensive glass, and overall they had 56 rebounds versus 39. They had twice as many offensive rebounds. And then on the assists, it was close, 23 to 22, Cleveland's favor. Also with the steals, 5 to 4 in Cleveland's favor, and with the blocks, 7 to 3, also in favor of the Cavs. So the Cavs led in all statistical categories as they dominated the Hawks in this game. Is the Hawks, they were already pretty much beat after the first 2 games. It was really just a matter of time in this series after losing the first 2 at home, as no team has ever come back. Well, actually, I think only 3 teams have ever come back being down 2-0, losing the first 2 at home in a series. And LeBron James has never lost a series after going up 2-0. The Hawks they'd never won a series as a franchise after being down 2-0. So, like I said, it was kind of inevitable. It was really just a matter of time after those first 2 games. And the Hawks were the number 1 seed all year. They were a really good team. They had a good year. Injuries ended up catching up to them in this series. And the Cleveland Cavaliers, they've got the best player in the world, that's LeBron James. And they've got a pretty decent team around them as well. Like, they're no superstars, but they're all very capable, very talented players. I mean, they wouldn't be in the NBA otherwise, but even Kyrie Irving, he's actually all-star caliber. And they said they got a couple other guys there. They're putting up some pretty huge performances, coming through really clutch down the stretch for the Cavs. And, of course, the leader, LeBron James. And LeBron James is the only player to average 30 points, 10 boards, and 9 assists through a playoff Eastern Conference Finals. So that's another history-making moment there for LeBron. LeBron came just 1 assist shy a game from having a triple-double average in this series. So he almost averaged a triple-double in the sweep of Atlanta. So a huge performance by LeBron. They said it's the 5th time in a row that he's going to the NBA Finals. As he went 4 in a row with Miami, winning 2 out of those 4. Of course, last year losing to San Antonio. San Antonio exited the playoffs in the first round. And LeBron James, with the new team back in Cleveland, the whole new supporting cast around him, he's back in the finals. Beware of the Spurs. Like I said, we'll see who ends up in the West. Chances are it's about a 95% chance it's going to be the Warriors. Almost you could say 100% chance, but because no team's ever come back down 3-0. But it has happened in hockey and it has happened once in baseball, so we shall see. But as for this game, the Cavaliers win it 118, Atlanta 88, and now they sweep. They're moving on to the finals. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. What do you think about this series? What do you think about the Cavaliers' chances moving forward in the NBA Finals, regardless of the Warriors or Rockets? Although there's a very high probability it will be the Warriors. They'll probably end up ending it in Game 5 in Oakland. But let me know what you think. Thank you very much for listening. It is greatly appreciated. I hope you're having a good day and have a good weekend and enjoy all the sports.